We're live yet? How you doing, guys? We are here this evening by myself, all by myself. Mike is, I think, at a coin club meeting. I'm not sure. He said he wasn't going to make it today. So I want to say hi to Against an Army, John Jacobs, Mud Swat, Gene Anderson, Kevin Hawthorne. That's it. We got a whole 13 people in here, but I don't think I said 13 names. I was going to talk about what was the topic? I even forgot the topic. It was something about can a coin shop survive in a cashless society? But we're going to say we tabled that topic. We're going to save it for next week because I think that is something that will work better with two people. So tonight, we're just going to talk about whatever you guys put in the chat. We have gold sitting at 32.88.70 and 32.90.70 on Kitco, and silver is 33.06 and ask is 33.18. Gives you a ratio of 99 to 1, 99.44 to 1. That's still hovering up around that 100. Is gold going to go down? Is silver going to go up? They both made a pretty decent ride these past two sessions. Silver was hovering around 32.30, something like that, and it's up to 33, just over 33. And gold was just 32.03, and now it's about 32.90. So I guess time will tell. So please remember that if you have a question or a statement that you want me to highlight in the chat, in the picture window, right here, put some question marks in front of it so I can see it easier. So we got Mud Swat. I guess we might talk a little bit about a cashless society. Oh, I got to make that big. I can't even see that. He says, cashless society, coins, currency, we bought and sold with digital currency like crypto. I do believe that's possible, but that's something I really want to cover next week because I think it'll work better if we got two people, bouncing off of. Hello, Richard Metcalf. How are you, dude? How do you do? AZ, what's up, my friend? You are welcome anytime. You got my cell, obviously, because I just called you today. So if you need to talk again, just call me, dude. I'll be there. Maybe. I don't know. Here we go. John Jacobs, did you see the new info on the new copper deposits in Argentina? No, I did not see no info on that. So I guess that's a pretty short topic there because I don't know nothing about it. Peter says, Platinum had a good day today. Yes, Platinum is sitting at 1050 and 1060 ask on Kitco, and I believe it was right around 1,000 even, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's up. How do I see where it's up at? I don't know. It just shows me the spread, the high and low, but that's evening, and then up here it shows me the evening again, so that doesn't do no good. But I believe it was around 1,000 to start the session this morning. Hello, Doug Wagner, Wendy Ashes, Siwa, what's up? Okay, Mudswat AZ, JJ. Hey, there's Mrs. Coin Crew. She's saying hi to Richard. What's up? She's somewhere in the other room, so it is what it is. This is going to be about an hour long, maybe a little shorter because I am by myself, so I tend to run out of things to talk about. So if, like I said, if you guys have something you want me to talk about or highlight, put it in the chat with question marks in front of it so I can more easily see it. It'll help the show keep going a little longer. So let's see. Here we go. Common Dave Morgan dollars. AU list at 55 in the gray sheet. What is the best price to buy or sell? 30 or 40%? B. Steinman, what I do is gray sheet. If you have the digital, paper, you can't necessarily see it. You have to have two books. But on the digital, it has a gray sheet, dealer guide, on the right side. And on the left side, it has the CPG guide, the collector price guide, or the new Red Book Quarterly, whatever they happen to call it nowadays. That's the retail. And I pay at or around bid, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little under, depending on it. Price them all at the CPG guide. And that sometimes could be 10, 15, 20%, whatever it happens to be. Not a particular percentage. It's just something in print that people can see. When they see that, they're like, oh, I'm not charging more than that, so I must be fair. But remember, not all coins you can buy, even if it's an AU in the gray sheet, it doesn't mean that they're all going to command at or below or above the CPG guide. It just depends on the look of the coin. Each coin is like a snowflake. It has its own distinctive personality and appeal. So each one is going to be priced according to how it looks, taking into consideration the actual grade of the coin as well. So to buy it, if I had to say 55, I would say 60, 65. I wouldn't go no 30 or 40% on an AU coin. But again, that's just a quick opinion without looking at the ratio. I could be a little off. Whatever the CPG, it may only list it at 58. I don't know. And that's where I'd be at. So Silver Shelby Stacker says, good evening, Coin Crew. Hope you're doing great tonight. I am doing great tonight. The problem is I looked outside a while ago and it's raining. We've got 80-degree weather last week. Then we dipped down to as low as 40 this week. Now we got rain. Not a good sight for Michigan, but hey, you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers, but here in Michigan, it's late. We got late showers. We've been raining for a few days now, since Thursday, off and on. Bought my first junk gold, aka constitutional gold. Yeah, talking about constitutional gold. One of the good things for constitutional gold, a good thing to buy, is not necessarily the old stuff, but you can get the modern commems without box, without papers, and you can get them close to melt. So that's a good thing to buy as junk gold, so to speak. But the old stuff, what happens with it is when gold starts to trace down, it doesn't go down as fast. It usually takes a little while. So if you're looking for a little bit of stability with a chance to try to offload it before it dips too much, you may want to go with the classic gold, the pre-1933 stuff. But yeah, that's cool that you got your first junk gold. But I do like the modern commems when I just want to stack inexpensive gold. Big Rocky says, what up, Mike and Keith? Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Where you at? No, he had business tonight, so he did not come tonight, so I'm going to wing it. Lisa Anderson, hello, hello. Hey, talk about Mike. You know we have the Tulsa Coin Show coming up. It's going to be June 12th, 13th, and 14th. You guys really want to go if you're near the area, or if you got vacation, just go ahead and take some vacation time. Hop on a plane and come down there. Lots of YouTubers, lots of coin dealers. Graders are going to be there. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, I'm going to be there. Seeker's going to be there. Rob's going to be there. Raven's going to be there. And quite a few other YouTubers. Ida, believe it or not, Miss Coin Crew's even going. She'd leave me, though, after that. She said, I'm going to Texas. So, everybody's saying hello to everybody. Visterion, what's up, my friend? How are you? I don't remember, Visterion, was that an MS64 or 5? I think it was a 5 you're looking for on the 51. Just let me know what it is real quick so I'll remember it now. I'll see it in print and it'll be etched in my brain. You can tell I've been sitting around all weekend because our weekend starts on Sunday evening after the show. And because we have an auction on Sundays. And I didn't do nothing, didn't shave or nothing. Miss Coinker says, I know Angel Sunday, but you couldn't. Oh, talking about Sunday. Now, we are not having an auction on Sunday. Mrs. Coinker did say something. She may or may not go up live on Mrs. Coinker's channel. So if one of the mods want to put a link to Mrs. Coinker's channel, go ahead and do that, please. She may go live for a chat or something. I don't know. Check her out. I'm going to be at a coin show. We're actually taking that Sunday off, next Sunday off, and we'll be back on the 1st and then 2 weeks off for the show. Okay, where we at? Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, how are you? Thank you for the comment. Hi, is there a way to clean silver coins that were found metal detecting so they can still be graded? Most likely not, because a lot of times when silver coins sit in the ground, they tend to pit, and you have that problem. And then if you clean it too harshly to get the dirt and stuff off, you're going to put some micro scratches on it, so it may not grade. However, if you did find a rare coin like a Charlotte or a Dahlonega, you can still send it to the grader, get it authenticated, and it may say like XF details. Even if it's like a Morgan dollar, if it's a rare date, still send it to the details. Hold on just a second. Yeah, bro. I don't see him. Why? Well, I'm okay. I'm live. You want me to call you back? All right, bye. All right, bye. Dude, I answered the phone when I was live. The only reason I answered that is because it was Mike, and he may have come up free, but he's not free. He just needs me to look for somebody. So yeah. Back to your statement: metal detecting, coins cleaned. Most likely, no efficient way to do that. I don't recommend cleaning a coin. Restoring a coin is another thing. Beast Time says, okay, appreciate the info. Wolf Tracks, what's up? Don't forget, I'm going to be in Redford Sunday, Wolf Tracks, and anybody else is going to be over near the Detroit area. I will be there at a coin show. So cool. Littlefoot says, you could have the grading company clean them, I believe. Yes, they call it restoration. They will, but again, if it's not a rare coin, and even they will clean a coin or restore a coin, and if it's not in good enough shape, they still won't put a grade on it. So that's something. Usually the restoration is for like a coin that doesn't have a peel that you think it has. Then you send it in for the restoration process. I think it's 1.5% of the coin value plus a few dollar fee or whatever that happens to be. But yeah, only do it if your coin is already in great shape. I wouldn't do it for coins that you have found in the ground. Okay, this year in Michigan says May showers bring June flowers. Forget about April. We're late. We're Michigan. Send me some. I know you need it with them fires over there, my friend. I am so sorry about that. I hope things are dying down. If the 2025 Kennedys go up in the future, does keeping them in the mint box make a difference? Yes. Coins are always better if they're in OGP, original government packaging. And that doesn't, we're not just talking about Kennedys or pennies or anything. But if it comes in original government packaging, it's always good to keep it there. The only way you don't want it in original government packaging, and a lot of people are going to say, Keith, you're crazy, is if it's a 70. If it's a 69, you're better off with it in the original government packaging because most of those coins they produce, mint, MS, or I'm sorry, proof, they're 69s or 70s. So a 69 in a holder, you're better off with original packaging. So yes, keep them in original packaging. Oh yes, restoration when they do it. Buck's Outdoor Adventures. Hello from just down the road. How far down the road are you, Buck? He says just down the road. It makes me wonder if he's down Apple Avenue or somewhere else. You never know. Do you pay less for gold coins that have copper spots? If it is a high quality collectible coin, yes. If it is gold bullion, you just pay whatever the gold bullion rate is. Sometimes you might get 1 or 2% less because, yes, copper spots are hard to sell, and that has to be taken in for, examination, so to speak, into granite. The thing about it is you're only talking so low, whether it has a copper spot or not. The percentage is only so far below spot. So sometimes copper spots won't make a difference. It mostly makes a difference if they are high quality or rare coins. Like if you have an MS-70, yes, a copper spot will make a difference. Yes, Mrs. Coin Crew. It's called BS because they can do it and we can't. Actually, the graders, when they restore your coins, aka clean them or whatever, if it's still not good enough, they still won't put a grade on it. But most of the time, if they do, they usually do put a grade on it, a numbered grade. But yeah, it is BS. No doubt about that. Man, my nose is itching. Ah, kiss a fool, right? I think that's how it goes. Anything graded. 10 years ago, gold was down to $1,055. I heard the Smart Silver Stacker video. Dude, it was up 13 years ago. It was up to 2,000. So it's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's just the way it is. It falls in and out of favor with investors. And also falls in and out of favor with gold. If people get a little tight on money, they stop buying gold. Naturally, it's going to go down. But most of gold's value is in jewelry. So as long as there is a demand for jewelry, gold is going to stay high. If jewelry starts slacking off the demand, if it goes down extremely, gold will go down in price because there are not enough investors to keep gold's price at the current levels. So that's some food for thought there. Okay, which are you choosing? Commodate Morgan in a nice MS64 PL or a 1/10 ounce gold Eagle or Maple? I like dimples better than PLs, but I'm a collector first, box versus variety. So I'm gonna have to say the Morgan. I do love gold, but I'm a collector above all else. Now, if they have environmental damage, the coins you find in the ground, they will not grade them, they will not clean them, they will not restore them. So that's something to think about. What would the price of gold need to be mined from seawater? Oh, wow, that's a big speculative thing there. There's or gold everywhere. I mean, it's just constantly, we got this space dust falling on the earth every year, 2 or 3 inches worth, tons and tons. And some of it has little specks, microscopic specks of gold in it. So you can go out and dig your yard if you get a big enough patch, and you might get some kind of gold. Ain't worthwhile digging, though, because what might you get? 1/100th of a gram in maybe 5 or 6 tons or something. I don't know the exact calculation, but I don't think gold will ever get expensive enough to mine it from seawater unless they can develop a plan, a system that can pull it out. But if I had to take a guess, I would say north of $20,000. Then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy, right? So there's an answer to that. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. Better to buy pre-33 gold or modern gold raw? I prefer pre-33 gold redneck coins. But if you're looking for cost effectiveness, modern has its advantages, but pre-33 has the advantage of holding its value a little bit longer than the modern stuff. The modern stuff will whiplash back and forth, whereas a pre-33, it may take a week or something. It'll take longer to move down with the downward price motion. Littlefoot says, don't forget to like the stream and think about subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Well, I think everybody that's chatting is subscribed because I think we have it on subscribers only. But thank you for reminding people of the like button. We have 74 people in here. And guys, if you weren't here watching, if you weren't here commenting, I'd be doing nothing. I'd just be sitting there, just drinking more water, I guess. So, thanks, folks. Okay, I am just looking at comments because I am about 5 minutes behind. I'm looking at the question marks. So we're going to skip down a little bit, looking for question marks. Here we go. Ben Stackin. How you doing, my friend? Does Harpin VAM on the 22-piece dollar add any value to the coin? For VAM collectors, any VAM will add value to the coin, depending on the significance of the variety attribution. It would be I guess you could say, I don't know. How would I say that? Depending on the variety attribution will make the difference in the value. If the person is a VAM collector and they're willing to pay up for it, yeah, that particular VAM, I don't do the VAMs myself. Mrs. Coin Crew looks them all up. I just talk about them. She's the tech person. I'm just the voice in front of the camera. So, yeah, VAMs do add value. It's just a matter of finding someone who wants it. It's just like anything else. You could have a 1909S Lincoln Cent. If nobody wants it, they're not going to pay for it. But yet, someone who wants it may pay a little more. So there's that. Thought snacks. I don't know, man. I had snacks a while ago, so I don't know much about them. What is this? J-Dog, $5. Oh, we got to find that. Ooh, where'd they go? We got to give him the heart and the like. Got 5 likes. Well, I guess I just get to heart it, I guess. No like for me. Where's it at? My thing ain't working. Oh, well. I got a heart on it. That didn't even sound right. Now this one's not working. So, and the beat goes on. Let's see where we're at. And we go down. Thank you, J Doug. Appreciate your super chat. Guys, your super chats really help the show out a lot. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm getting close. I'm only 3 minutes behind now. Silver Shelby Stagger says, I don't think we'll ever see gold down to 2,500 ever again. Wow. That's a pretty good, I guess you could say, looking into your crystal ball. I seen that video today, was shocked, and I remember 1,515. I remember 1,320, or 19 rather. So it goes up, it goes down. I won't say it'll never go down to 2,500 again. It just may be hard pressed. If we enter into some type of depression, yeah, that's going to hold the value up. But as soon as we come out, gold's going to plummet. If we go into a recession of any type, if we come out of it, what's going to happen at that point? Stocks will start going up, gold to ease back a little bit. So 2,500, anything's possible. Does the sun come up in the morning? Sometimes, and sometimes it don't. It's shady. She says, I only see 18. My number thingy is broken. I don't know. I don't know what we're like on the thumbs. Happy anniversary, stack anniversary against an army. Where is your partner in crime? I don't know. He's somewhere. He's somewhere. Kane Coin, thanks for listening. I understand you say you can't talk right now. Nurse is here. Hopefully it's not as serious, my friend. Here we go. Ty McFadden says, some VAMs are more valuable than others. It depends on a lot on how many were made with that type of VAM and those dies. It's a die pairing, of course. And if they're known. So there are a lot. I mean, there's like, you got the Donkey Tail 870 where it's got the thing coming up. And also a 23 has a Donkey Tail more or less on the O in dollar. So yeah, there's a lot of varieties out there. It depends on how cool people think it is. A lot of people think Bugs Bunnies are cool, but because they're so plentiful, they're not very valuable. 1951, proof 65. Okay, cool. I remembered the coin. I just couldn't remember whether it was a proof or, I'm sorry, whether it was a 4 or 5. I did remember the holder in the coin. Thank you, Viserion. The definition of a dollar is a coin struck in silver. Where is the silver in the coinage today? Does it make the money counterfeit today or since 1964? No, our money is backed on the credibility of the government. We're in a fiat currency stage. Thank you to Richard Nixon, President Richard Nixon. He removed us from the gold standard. Now, it's true, when we originally started the currency here in the U.S., a dollar represented a certain amount of silver on the face value. So every dollar had to have a certain amount of silver. And that begs me to ask the question, what in the world was the United States Mint thinking when they made a 2024 gold flowing hair $1 coin? What was they thinking? It's not a dollar, as you say, and it says it in the Constitution when they made the mint, that a dollar contains so many grains of silver. I don't remember the exact number, but it was silver, not gold. So I don't know where they get off it. I mean, I know it's just a commemorative coin. It's a beautiful coin. But the silver one didn't have a face value, and the gold one had a $1 face value. The silver one was a metal, if you remember right. So I got one of each of those, but I like them. They're beautiful. But why did they call it $1 on the gold? It is beyond me. Beyond me, I tell you. So make sure to give Coin Crew some love. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, my friend. Any 40-ounce Xmas tree pours for sale. Yeah, oh, there. Ooh. Oh, thank you. You got me. Yeah. We got 4-ounce. Angel had one we pulled that didn't go Sunday. I think it was MK Bars. So, Dan, call Mike, my friend. He called me a while ago while I was live and said, have Dan call me. So, yeah, if you could call Mike, be greatly appreciated, my friend. That's my brother, Mike. You know who I'm talking about. You know the one, that one guy from down in Oklahoma. I answered the phone because I thought he was going to say, hey, I'm available. Otherwise, I wouldn't have answered the phone. All likes are greatly appreciated. Littlefoot says, in 83 days, rather, not 1983, I'm trying to put numbers in front of stuff. In 83 days, when the tariff pause is over, will we see gold skyrocket, you think? It's really hard to say. I don't have a crystal ball. I think we may possibly see a little bit of recession in the stock market, a little bit of pullback, so to speak. Gold, that does put gold in a position to rise. But whether it happens or not, whether silver goes up or not, it's really hard to say. So right now we are looking at gold at 32.93 bid, 32.95 ask with some change on the end, and silver's at 33.12, 33.24 ask. Platinum is at 10.51 and 10.61 respectively. Palladium 10.02 and 1,042 for ask. And y'all don't really want to know about rhodium, do you? We'll mention it anyway. 53.25 bid, 57.75 ask. That's a heck of a spread. What is that? $350 on rhodium. Wow. Rhodium's expensive. I need to get me a piece of rhodium so I can say I have something. One of these days, I might buy a gram of rhodium. I don't want to buy one of them great big bars. No way. No way. No way. They're too expensive. August 15th, 1971, the middle of the bonanza, Nixon. Yeah, that could be when he took us off the gold standard. I don't remember exactly what day it was. I just remember it was in 1971. They say $1 of gold is the size of an atom's, said Namaste, forget me not. Is it really that small? Is gold that expensive? I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is his thoughts, his saying. So maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Got very little sleep for the last week. Dude, Mrs. Coin Crew says Friday night or Thursday night we lose power, right? So we got the battery back up for the alarm and everything for the shop. And then I got to go over there Friday night and Saturday because we ain't got no power. And I got to spend the night over there. She goes, why don't you take a pillow and a sleeping bag so you can go to sleep? And I'm thinking, no. If I go to sleep, I wouldn't be a good security guard, would I? So, needless to say, I had some lousy sleep those 2 nights. It seems like Against an Army is also getting, and I hope that things get better for you at AAAOS. We're going to find the Scottsdale Eagle Stackers. I don't see on the website. I don't think I have any. I don't know if Scottsdale has any. You can check around at some shows. You can check around on eBay. Just make sure if you do buy it off eBay, buy it from somebody you know or trust. Let's see where else we're at. He's like, I don't know. Here we go. It's funny. You can get Scottsdale products cheaper from other websites. That is kind of funny because even when we get Scottsdale items, a lot of times we will sell them cheaper and you can buy them on the Scottsdale website. Is that way art bars were so prevalent in the 70s? They made in the 1970s, they made a lot of art bars, especially in 73, 4, and 2. That's where most of them are at. There's some in the different years as well. But they did make a lot, and it could possibly be because we were removed from the gold and silver standard. And when your money's not backed by it, everybody's going to think, oh, I got to get gold and silver. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe these retailers or wholesalers or whatever decided, hey, people probably thinking they can't get no gold and silver. This silver's at $9 an ounce. Let's charge them $30 and see if we can't sell a bunch of them. A lot of times when you buy from mail order on as seen on TV stuff, you will pay a lot more for the silver or gold item than the actual metal's value. What are your thoughts on Kagan's offering ETF on the 100K gold certificate? Don't mess with NFTs, rather. So I really, Adam Jam, I don't have an opinion on that. Don't know anything about it. I'm just not an NFT knowledgeable person, I guess is the only way to say it. I do get tongue-tied sometimes, so I might misspeak. What's up, Frank Mons? How are you, my friend? I have a J-Dog says I have a 1956 Bugs Bunny MS63 FS101. So that's kind of cool. That is definitely cool. I like the Bugs Bunnies. They have Bugs Bunnies in a lot of different years, but the most popular being the 1955. Silver Lunatic, dollar is dropping and silver is popping. Silver is getting a little bit better here lately, but it's still not valued at what it should be. You got a lot of people industrialists that are keeping it suppressed, because if silver was to really truly get its true value, that means the price of most consumer goods are going to go so much higher than they are now. And when things cost more, people buy less of them. So that is part of what is keeping a hold on the silver price, is manipulation. There you go. Look at that. Even SD Bullion has a lot of Scottsdale stuff, and I bet you they're selling cheaper in Scottsdale. Oh, yeah. If you want Scottsdale product, go somewhere else. They'll have it. Are gold bags recommended more popular in your shop? I think he's saying gold backs. Are they becoming more popular in my shop? I paid $6.50 for one gold bag over the weekend. Is that a good price? I'm not sure if that's a good price or not. It's 100th or 1,000th of an ounce. So you take the ounce, divide it by 1,000. That puts you at $3 and something. So I guess that's not too bad. I'm just not a fan of gold bags because there's not much gold there. But no, they are not coming popular in my shop, because the only way I've been buying is if someone sells them to. I won't go out and pay twice the price for gold just to retail it. I would rather just do grams. It seems a little simpler. At least that way you get a decent amount of gold. Well, it's still not decent, but at least you can see it and feel it. Miss Coinker says, we don't stick gold backs. Well, we don't stack, I guess is what you're saying. Gold backs, they are more for a novelty at the moment. Yes, they are more of a novelty. Until they produce more and the premiums start coming down, it is more of a novelty at this time. A lot of states, it says Adam Jam, a lot of states are repealing tax exemption on precious metals. Do you think it is a permanent change? I don't know. It could have something to do with the tariffs coming up. I really don't have any idea why they would be doing that. But it's definitely something to talk with your congressman about. Hey, why are they doing this shit? And get people to help you to fight it, because it shouldn't be. I mean, our dollar bill gets taxed 4 times its face value in just a few years. Between sales tax over and over and over again, income tax, property tax. It's not, the taxes are just too much. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, check with your local congressman and see what you can do to try to help fight that off. Coin Crew Goldbacks is a good opportunity for the shop. People like them. They're very popular. They're very popular because they're very inexpensive. But as far as value, you're not getting much value there. If you want something that has a little bit more value, 1/10 of a gram, which is still very small, is a little bit more gold than one gold back. So you can take it for what it's worth. You can get $3 worth of gold. Tenth of a gram is $6 worth of gold, and they both may end up costing you, I don't know, under $10. I don't know. I don't deal with tenths. I usually just deal with 1 grammers. But yeah, I know they're popular, but it's just not a good value for the consumer. How would scratched maple leafs affect your buy price versus non-scratched? 50 cents maybe? Not a whole lot because it's just an ounce of silver. Maple leafs, unless I'm buying them direct from the wholesaler, they're not much over spot. So thank you, Scott H. We appreciate it, my friend. Your comments, guys, are greatly appreciated. They do help keep the show going. We're in here 36 minutes. We got 76 people here. I don't know. How many likes do we have, folks? We have 62 likes. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you. Here we go. Sir Alfred says, what deserves a higher premium? Norfed silver rounds or prospector silver rounds? That is a really great question. I think I guess the answer would fall down to the consumer, the purchaser. Are you into something a little bit more modern? Norfeds are more limited than prospector Engelhard prospectors. Now, there are other prospectors out there, but we want to talk about the classic Engelhard, not the new Engelhard stuff. Someone bought the name and they're starting to reproduce the stuff, so you got to pay attention to what you're buying on that. I guess it's just a personal preference thing as to which one would deserve a higher premium. But right now, the Norfeds do command a higher premium than Engelhard prospectors. So with that said, let's move on. Redneck Coin says, I won't touch a Goldback. MJD84, not a fan of Goldbacks, wouldn't buy them. And that's how a lot of people feel about the Goldbacks because the value is not there. At least if you pay a super high premium on a larger piece of gold, at least you got a decent amount of gold to fall back on. I mean, somebody got a great deal on gold coin, and now they're in it under melt from Sunday. I still got to ship it to them. So, yeah, that happens. But a bigger piece of gold, you got more gold to fall back on. So if it starts going up faster, your coin will go up faster. A smaller piece, there's not much room. It's like you buy $1 stock 100 times over, or you buy a $100 stock. The odds of you making quicker money, I don't know. I guess that was a bad example. That was a very bad example. Don't pay it because that dollar stock will work better. But the premium you're going to pay on the dollar is no more difference of premium than a $100 stock. I think that's the best way to say it. You shouldn't have to pay a bigger premium for such a small item. Someone new to stacking, silver, gold, or both. Well, Wolf Tracks, I'm going to be honest with you. I love gold. I stack gold more than silver. However, silver has more of an upswing potential. It's more volatile. But with the price swings, it's going up and it's going down a lot faster and a lot quicker. You stand to lose a little bit more in the short term. Silver and gold both are a long-term investment vehicle. So you want to make sure that you've got the money to sit back, buy the stuff. I personally would, if I hadn't already bought a ton of gold, I would probably sit there and buy more silver now at these levels because you're talking 100-to-1 ratio, which makes silver a better buy. The higher the ratio, the better silver is to buy. The lower the gold to silver ratio, the better gold is a buy. So yeah, that's something to think about. I recommend silver, but again, I'm just a guy. I'm not a financial advisor. So if you're seeking financial help, consult a financial advisor. I don't get paid for this. I'm just giving you my opinion, and it's all in fun, and hopefully, maybe it'll work out. Sir Albert says, pardon for my tardiness. It's all good, my friend. JDF, what's up? Alpine Gold buys the Goldback for what they sell them for. Well, that's interesting. Thank you, JDF. But I don't see how can they keep in business? If they're selling them for $6, how can they buy them back for $6 and pay the light bills? There's something up there. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but there's something up. Maybe they're charging a paperwork fee or something each way. But you cannot buy and sell something for the same price because you won't be able to have any money at all to pay employees, to pay the electric, to pay the mortgage or rent, taxes. And you know Uncle Sam wants his taxes. So no, I don't believe that for a minute. I could be wrong, but unless they're in the business of losing money, it's not happening. I have like a half a Goldback, 1/2000th of an ounce of gold, values 306. Okay, yeah, you're right. 306 on a half, 1/2. No, is that no? It's not. You take 3,000. You take 3,000, and this is just common sense. You take 3,300 divided by 1,000. That's $3.30. So a 1/2000 is half of that. So you're probably $1.50. You might be doing the calculations wrong there, Mud Swat. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Guys in the chat, tell me, am I wrong? Is 1/2000 valued at or about $1.50? So yeah, Mud Swat, don't check your math, my friend. Clarification, gold maple leafs. Scratched gold maple leafs. I really am not into scratched gold maple leafs, but I do buy them a little bit less. Yeah, about a 2% difference on the gold ones. Silver ones don't make a difference. I would take a Norfed over in the Engelhard, says Mrs. Coin Crew. I have Goldbacks, but I didn't buy them. They were gifted. I've got a Goldback. Mrs. Coin Crew sent off for some and got me a half a Goldback, and she got one too. We didn't pay nothing for them. The concept is money backed by gold, and I believe that is the concept. But what happens if the government decides to back our money with gold by gold again? I mean, yeah, that's going to make gold go up, but what's that going to do to gold backs? They're going to fall right down to the value of the gold that's in them. So you lost half your money. Think about it. How close are we to our government saying, let's revalue the gold, let's back our currency with it? I don't know if we're close or not, but if that scenario happens and you own gold backs, you lost half the value. Unless gold goes up, you still theoretically lost half the value, because if you'd have bought another type of gold, it would have went way up with the new value of gold. So yeah, think about it. What is this? Welch Coast Services. I paid him $2 to say this. Oh, dude, you did, didn't you? You're so awesome. Thank you so much. I don't think my chats are working right. There it is. There we go. That one still didn't work up there. I don't know, man. I have trouble doing it by myself here sometimes. Thank you, Welchco. Appreciate it. How come that ain't going off? There you go. Again, Simon says, thank you, Welchco. How much less average do you pay for milk spotted coin bar round? What I look at on my silver bars rounds is, are they retail friendly? If they're not retail friendly, it's usually 25 cents to a $1 difference. So that kind of helps you out there. Retail friendly means it looks like it's new. Doesn't necessarily have to be new, but if it looks new, that means I can sell it quicker. So yeah, 25 to 50 cents an ounce. That's your difference. Namaste says, your math is right. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Oh, $6.58 for one Goldback. Maybe that's more like the retail or something. That's not the value. Namaste just said it right there. He said my math was right. All you do, a Goldback is 1/1000th of an ounce. So there's that. It looks like we're down to the bottom. Always keep your coin, silver, in tip-top condition. Very important to keep your coins in collectibles in top condition. If I have money coins, monetary coins, like silver eagles or something like that, I don't just throw them in a bowl unless they're already damaged. What I do with those coins is I sit there and I put them in a flip, or I put them in a cardboard 2 by 2.5 by 2.5 if it's an eagle, 2 by 2. if it's not. So a lot of people, they'll sit there and they'll have their gold 10,000, they'll just throw them in the case. No protection at all. Because it's a coin, I do just what Kane's coin says. I keep it in tip-top condition. So when I go to sell it, somebody wants it. And if you bring a gold coin, just like I said earlier, you're talking a 2% difference on a maple leaf if it's scratched and if it's not scratched. So that's something to think about. You wouldn't sit there and start purposely scratching up your car by running into other cars, would you? So why would you want to take your gold coin and scratch it up by hitting it on other gold coins if it's in tip-top shape? So yes, always keep it in tip-top shape. David Rubin says, great advice. I saw $10 Indians for $49.95 on Etsy. What can we do to eliminate these cons? There's not a lot we can do as a person. You can maybe report it to Etsy. Definitely, if it's too cheap, no matter where you're looking at it, if it's well below melt, like in this case, because gold melt is over $1,500, it's more like probably maybe $1,600. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a lot. And to see it for $49.95, that tells you something wrong. Maybe let other people know about it. Maybe blast out something, put info. Hey, this is a fake, deal. Don't fall for it. Make a video on it. Tell people don't fall for this type of scam. There is always somebody out there trying to scam you if you're not knowledgeable. So, yeah, just let people know. That's the best thing to do. Let people know to the best of your ability. Sir Alfred, thank you for the comment, my friend. Is there any good reason to part with $45 for a regular 2025 Silver Eagle privy? In my opinion, if you like privies, now these 2025s, they have the eagle on them, not the star. If you like them and you're collecting all the different type of eagles, great, go for it, buy one or two. Don't go stocking up heavy on them. Because for me, these little privies, they're going bizarre. Even Canada's privies, they got a lot of privies on their coins. They're not as valuable as they were when they first come out. And I think the same thing's going to happen with the Silver Eagles. These privies are just going to be another variety of coin. Even though there's actually not less minted, there's just only so many of them that get the Eagle privy on it this year. But the thing about it is, it's the same. Other than that, just having a privy mark, there's nothing different about it. But I don't know, if you want it and you want to add it to your collection, sure, not bad, because you're looking, $38, $39 right now for Silver Eagles. So, yeah, there you go. Below spot is fake. I know, right? And Miss Coin Crew says same thing. 45 is not that much over. It is a lot over if you go buying a roll or two rolls. So eBay is full of fakes. And the good thing about eBay, Gene Anderson and anybody else who's listening, if you spot a fake listing, a counterfeit listing, you can report it to eBay. And if enough people report it, they will pull that listing. And if enough people keep reporting the same seller, they will kick that seller off. So eBay is a little bit more, I'm not saying there's not fakes on there, but they're a little bit more diligent about trying to eliminate that sort of thing. Most American Silver Eagles are MS 68 through 70 or overall high grades. Remember that. So yeah, guys, when you're talking an MS 69, that's an average grade for a Silver Eagle. So I don't know. Do I really need to say more about it? So if someone tries to charge you a whole lot more, you have to understand that there is a cost for putting them in the holder. But it doesn't mean it's not worth more because it's in the holder. But theoretically, it's just the same as a raw eagle. But someone's got to pay for the holder. And that being said, we move on. Beast Diamond says, good show as always. Well, I'm just glad I was able to keep it up, man, because by myself, it wasn't for your guys putting these questions in here, these comments, giving me stuff to fuel and improvise off of. Believe it or not, that's what makes a great show. It's all about do you guys want to interject with the show? I mean, some of this stuff, stupid questions. It's like any yard route, oh man, like that, but most of these questions are great questions in comments. Thank you. Okay, I think we're. Here we go. 10-minute warning. So we got a few minutes, guys. If you want to sit here and make some more statements, we will be more than happy to do our best to cover them. So, do we have any emails? No emails. That's me. And gold is sitting at $32.99, $33.01. We broke $3,300. That's cool. $33.10, $33.22 for silver, which is another good thing. Okay, freaking awesome is here. I thought someone said, hey, freaking, yeah, he's here somewhere. Freaking! There he is. He says, hello. David Rubin says, thank you, Coin Crew. Okay, this is the dumbest question I've ever seen, but I'm going to answer it because that's the kind of guy I am. Welch Gold Service says, dumb question. Why does Keith drive so slow? I'm old, man. No, but seriously, I drive slower than most people. It's because of reaction time. I allow myself more than an ample amount of reaction. I never follow too close to a driver. Giving myself enough reaction time. There's always somebody you're driving, and there's always that somebody that just cuts right in front of you. So I tend to go a little bit slower than the flow of traffic. So yeah, that dumb question was not dumb. Maybe I gave somebody a safety tip because when you're backing off the traffic in the future in front of you, it gives you more time. Best coin you purchased this week. Dan, let's see. Best coin I purchased this week. I just purchased a whole lot of 90% in gold. So nothing great. I didn't do no shows, but we're going to see what happens next week. See if I get anything. Ask the question again next week. No best coin unless you want to say, oh, I got a 1921 Mercury Diamond. Yeah. That's it. The faster you go, the more the sudden stop hurts. Yeah, that's right. You got that seatbelt on, and it's like, oh, you're like Elizabeth. So, yeah. I lost a sister to a car accident, so please drive slower than usual. And, I used to tell my kids, and I know we're getting off of the coin subject here, but when my kids were learning how to drive, I told them, I said, these cars, these automobiles, most people think it's a mode of transportation to get you from point A to point B. I said, don't look at it like that. I said, you be extra careful behind the wheel of this car because these things that get you from point A to point B, they are killing machines. People die in automobiles all the time. So you have to be extra cautious, and that's why I drive slow. And that's what I told my kids when I was teaching them how to drive. It's a killing machine and treat it as such. Have your safety going on all the time. Why many mint do coin dealers buy proof bullions and UNC rates, but will sell more of a premium than UNC coins? Oh, why do many coin dealers is what I'm thinking. That's the way I'm understanding. So why do coin dealers pay the same for a proof and a bullion coin, but sell the proof at a higher rate? Even if I sold the proof at the same rate, and this is just my opinion, it's still going to take longer to sell. And remember, part of the way prices are made is how long does it take to sell? And if I sell it less, the odds are I could end up selling it less than the value of the gold. So I don't want to do that either. So it's really I guess you could say a sticky situation, a store by store, dealer by dealer basis. But proof coins, when it comes to gold, sell slower. Just saying. I don't mind 10 miles over. I don't mind 10 miles under. Just saying. Why do many? Yeah, and I get that right. Thank you, Greg S., for that comment a while ago, my friend. I have 1922 PCGS MS63 piece dollar. One is regular. He has two of them. The other is a McLaren collection. They both scan the same price. Do you buy or sell more for collection coins? A pedigree coin is what that is. They're called pedigrees. And yes, I will charge more for pedigree because I will pay a buck or two more. So I'll charge a buck or two more. Most pedigrees, I do sell them if I already have them. If I don't have them, I'm a pedigree collector. Kind of like I'm a Rattler collector. That's my problem. I collect too much. Maybe I should start selling my stuff. Come to Tulsa. You might get to buy some of it. There you go. I think I'm going to start selling off some of my collection. As a dealer, do you see more interest in bullion or generic rounds or those that also have numismatic value? Forget me not, it's kind of a toss-up. Some weeks it'd be more of a bullion week, and other weeks it'd be more of a collectible week. It just depends on what the customers are feeling. Thank you for the statement. Question. Did you buy any pre-33? I am always buying pre-33 shocker. Silver shocker. You can never get enough of that. Chai Charon says, it's almost over, so good evening, everyone. I'm here. You can end now. That's what he's saying. Now, Chai, what's up, my friend? How are you? Thanks for popping by. Welchko says, we love you, Keith. Thank you. Ben Steinman, thumbs up. Thank you. Someone hit my dad, broke his hip, passed from surgery. Not quite. I'm thinking so. Your dad broke his hip in an auto accident? I don't know. I'm kind of having trouble. Someone hit my dad, broke his hip, passed from surgery. I don't know. That's why I use commas and periods when I'm typing, because with the English language, it's one of the toughest languages there is. And the punctuations really help things become more understandable. Is it true you don't have to wear a seatbelt in the U.S.? No. Dude, it's true that if you don't wear a seatbelt in the U.S., they will give you a ticket. And if you do it too many times, they'll probably pull your license. It's not true, Kane. Not true. 5-minute warning, he says. 5-minute warning. Dan Inc. says, great show. Guys, thank you so much. And Mrs. Coincrew says, Keith hoards pedigrees. I do not hoard pedigrees. If I don't have it, I keep it. But I do sell them every now and again when I get doubles. Now, if I have a 1924S Binion piece dollar and then a 1924S Binion piece dollar, I'm going to sell one of them. Just saying. Now, 24S is not a common coin. Have you ever owned or held a 1986 Silver Eagle in a Rattler? I don't remember. Probably back in the day. But I don't remember recently in the past 10 or 15 years. No, I have not. But I own so much stuff that I forgot half the stuff I own. And that's what I love about YouTube. I'm getting to put these, like we had that $17.99 capped bust dollar, $17.99/8, and I got to make a video on it. So that's what I love about YouTube, is I'm getting to make videos. So when I get older and forget things, I'll have some memory of it. I'll just go watch my own videos over here in about 20 years. You never know. Yeah, but Chai Charon's got a good point. You cannot go into a car without a seatbelt, where it's against the law. But you can ride a bike without a helmet. And that's the U.S. for you. It makes no sense. They'll let you get on a motorcycle, no helmet, but they won't let you get in a car without a seatbelt. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know, folks. I don't know. Yeah, back in my day, kids rode in the back of trucks, and I am still, dude, back in my day, I was one of those kids riding the back of a pickup truck. So, yeah, we're still alive. So, folks, thank you so much. It's been about an hour, on the nose, to be precise. I want to thank everybody for being here. Let's see if we can get this going. We are not going to have an auction Sunday. Mrs. Coincrew may go live on her channel, so if someone wants to throw a link up to her channel, one of the mods, would be greatly appreciated. We will be live the following Sunday. I'll be here next Sunday. Mike's going to be back, and then we're going to cover that topic. Can a coin store survive in a cashless society? I thought it was best to handle it with two dealers up here so we could bounce off each other and make it more exciting. But I do thank everybody for being here. I thank you all for your super chats. I thank you for all the thumbs up. Your support is greatly appreciated. And without any further ado, any at all, you guys have a great night. And again, thank you. Bye.